In the next 6 minutes, I am going to help you increase your scoring IQ so that you can score more points with less effort. Great players are good at creating for themselves, but they're also good at recognizing and capitalizing on what the defense gives them. If you can play smarter in these 3 areas, I guarantee you will score more points. The first area to focus on is cutting well. Cutting is an extremely important skill for anyone who wants to play high-level basketball, and I want to give you 5 specific times to cut. The first time to cut is when your defender is ball watching. Even in high levels of basketball, there are moments when your defender won't be paying attention to you. When they do this, you should exploit it and get backdoor.
Losing streak to now they're one of the best teams in the league.
I think there's a little scheduling.
If you can see your defender's numbers, you know they're ball watching. So cut anytime you see numbers.
Energy when he comes in the game. You can literally see it when
The second type of cut you should be running is called a top lock cut. Whenever your defender is trying to keep you from running off a pin down or handoff, and they are top locking, all you need to do is give them a little nudge or fake and cut to the rim. This leads to a ton of easy points, especially if you're someone who gets denied the ball a lot. The third time you should be cutting to the rim is when your teammate is driving. When your teammate is penetrating, the collective attention of the defense is going to be to stop that penetration. So by diving to the rim when your teammate drives, you give yourself a chance for a dump-off when your teammate gets stopped.
Explosive score in the backcourt. First state, second team preseason OPM.
Giannis into the paint. Spots Lopez.
The fourth type of cut you should be running goes hand in hand with the last one, and it's called a 45 cut. This is typically classified as a cut from the slot or wing down the middle to the rim. Great times to run 45 cuts are when your teammate drives the baseline or when your teammate is in the low post. These are great times to 45 cut because the focus of the defense is to stop the threat on the outside, which leaves the middle open.
That's 334. You know what that... Yeah, nice cut that time.
The final type of cut you should be running is a slip cut. This is when you run up to set a screen but slip away without fully setting it and get into open space, whether that open space is on the perimeter or to the rim. Slipping ball screens works well because you're giving the defense an opportunity to miscommunicate and put 2-on-1. Then you take advantage of that miscommunication immediately.
On. If the Knicks just make a couple of open threes, it might just turn fast.
The next area that you should focus on to hunt easy points is transition. The first way to take advantage of bad transition defense is by leaking out. If you're around the rim, or if rebounding is a weak spot for your team to the point where all 5 players should be crashing, then don't do this. But if that isn't a problem for your team, a great way to get easy points is by leaking out early. You can leak out after a contest, when you're on the perimeter and a shot goes up, or when you see a turnover transpiring.
Reunion. Evans down the lane. The floor is Bell. Lob pass.
28 we've done. Triple attempt.
The second easy way to hunt good shots in transition is by getting to the outside lanes for transition threes. This works because the top priority of the defense is to stop the ball and get to the paint. This should leave you open if you run the outside lanes.
The dribble block. Outside defense from Barnes. Siakam to Van Fleet trailing wide open. Smith had it stolen away. Siakam to Van Fleet, another trailing release.
The third way to get easy points in transition is by following the ball handler. Again, the priority of the defense is to stop the ball, so by following the ball handler, you are putting yourself in position for easy points when the ball gets stopped. The final area to focus on if you want to score more is spacing and perimeter movement. A good understanding of spacing on the perimeter is essential to being an elite scorer, and it can lead to a ton of easy points. The first principle you can use to space the floor is moving in the same direction your teammate drives in. This will cause you to either maintain space from your teammate as they drive, or fill in behind them as they penetrate. This will promote solid spacing and lead to easy points for your whole team if done correctly.
First step there. 18-94 Saturday in Boston. Brown curls, hooks it out. Holiday steps back. Bucket!
Moving on the perimeter isn't always about getting open or keeping good spacing though. Sometimes you should move to make the pass easier for your teammate.
Throws to the
the corner. And
The most effective way that you can play smarter on the perimeter is by lengthening the closeout for your defender. By moving away from your defender when they go to help, you can make your defender's job harder and lengthen the closeout. Once you've created this long closeout, the read is simple and you have a plethora of options you can make to get an easy bucket. Another thing you can do before the catch to attack the closeout is to start your drive before you get the ball by running through the catch or with the catch. The ability to attack closeouts efficiently is very important, but I want to keep that topic open as its own video. Watch this video if you want to learn to be shifty and master changing speeds.